Aku rangatira, koe nei te reo whakatau, e rere nei ki a koutou. I runga i te karanga o te kaupapa i tēnei rā, kua tūhono mai koutou ki te whakawhiti kōrero. Moe nei mea te uara, belief systems and concepts within Te Ao Māori that can relate to creating authenticity. No rere aku rangatira, ai ngā pau kōrero, e Erena Koopu, Tei Nohotima, Ruth Smith, Tāmati Waaka, Erena, it's an honour and a privilege to have you here today to discuss this topic. No te mea, ko te wahine te reo tuatahi runga I te marae. Ka tahuri te kei o tēnei waka kia kōrero e aku tuahine. Just personally, Ruth, what do you consider to be the mother of all values in Te Ao Māori? And briefly explain why you choose this value and what you believe the true meaning of this value is.
Tēnā tātou I ngā āhuatanga e pāmai ana ki a tātou tatahi rai mihi atu ana ki a koe hei te tunga ne Whitiaua nā hau mātou I karanga I te rangi nei. He ua with te rā, I think it's really difficult to choose just one value, but probably one of the main values that I probably put at the forefront of all my mahi, and actually a lot of this has to do with paepae as well, and just, you know, growing up in and around the tairāwhiti and listening to this. It's manakitanga, ko te manakitanga, I ngā wā katoa, no reira ka puta ngā koro pēnei te taua whikuratia te tangata, e rātou momo āhuatanga katoa, when you have, you know, your manuhiri comes onto your marae and all of those kinds of things. Manakitanga is the thing that your guests always remember, and also as a host too, that's what you want to be remembered for, is your hospitality. Koira pia tētahi o ngā mea tino nui ki au, e rongo ai o manuhiri, o tira e rongo ai te tangata I te aroha, kei roto I a koe. No reira, koira pia ki au tētahi o ngā pūmanawa, tētahi o ngā uara nui whakaharahara.
Kia ora mo era whakamara mai te tuahine, ka tahuri kia koe Erena. Is there any values or Māori beliefs that you use in terms of creating authentic art or in maintaining your authenticity in your art?
Yeah, tēnā tātou katoa. Anō, he pātai ua e tēnā. It's hard to just choose one, I think, because there are lots of our Ngā Uara kind of all match up. And heoi, ko te aroha tetehi o ngā tino uara ki au, I roto I taku ao. Heoi, ka kite I roto I ngā mahi mena ka timata. If you start a piece of artwork with good intentions, then kind of it flows into making a good piece of artwork. No reira, it's a little bit hard, I suppose, to match that to in the art world. Heoi, ko te aroha te mea nui e hangai ana ki tāku e mahi ana. But ko te whakawhanaungatanga pia, I te ao katoa, so in our whole, in the world, I suppose, I roto I a tātou te ao Māori. Whakawhanaungatanga is a big thing. And this, by having good whakawhanaunga with other iwi, with other hapu, with people, great wānanga happen, and out of wānanga you get good, deep kōrero, which helps you create artwork, and that is kind of the authenticity or uniqueness that comes out of creating artwork, comes out of those particular wānanga. So, yeah.
Kia ora pēhea koutou o te Whānau-a-Apanui Tāmati, o tātou o te Whānau-a-Apanui Tāmati, tā tātou rōpu kapahaka. They've been known for years to have their particular taira, their authenticity, and what are the main factors that go in behind creating that authenticity, other than tō tāua pāpā, rikirangi cage being the goat? What are some other determining factors in terms of being an authentic kapahaka group, an authentic iwi? Nā kei te mute koe, cuz. Actually, no, stay on mute.
That was on purpose because I swore at you at the beginning. So I thought I'd beat it. Thanks for allowing me to speak English. I have the flashiest English in all of Ruatoki, especially when Tei left. I'm mostly the go-to person for kōrero Pākehā in Ruatoki anyway. But anyway, firstly, on your first pātai, I wanted to be taken back to the, what is one of the essential beliefs, I suppose, and values. Tautoko noa ngā kōrero a ngā tokorua. One is aroha. Aroha is in everything. Even bad values have a aroha in it. Even utu has a aroha in it. Even muru has a aroha in it in some form or another. It's not something that's just owned by our Hawaiian tuakana when they say aloha. Take mai tērā i a tātou te ao Māori te aroha. Ono te pātai tuarua. Something that makes our kapahaka, not just the kapahaka I perform for, but other kapahaka authentic, I suppose. There's this word mana, and I see now it's an acceptable New Zealand word, mana. And mana is a lot of things. We get told by one of our pakeke hone whare papa that when we do kapahaka, we must all be vain. And one definition, I suppose, of mana is the allure of things, which is how good you look, and that's vain. But another, I suppose, a deeper definition, I suppose, or meaning of mana and why we do what we do is responsibility. He pupuri te mana o te iwi, translates as, to me anyway, is upholding your responsibilities to your iwi. And one way that we uphold the responsibilities to our iwi is to perform the best we can, sing the best we can, sing about what we know, perform about what we know, perform in the style that our kuia and koroua performed. Why? That maybe if we do a good job in performing our responsibilities, that aspect of mana, that we were rewarded with the allure of mana, which is the dripping wet mana, when you win, I suppose, or in the view of others that they say, I mana te tū, that stand had mana. That's just, anyway, one thing I suppose, ahua whakahihi tēnā kōrero, some might say, that's a bit whakahihi or show-offy talking about mana. And when you go to your other tribe, your and Tei's other tribe, everything is about the opposite of mana. And is it about whakaiti? But in whakaiti, there's aroha, and that's in humility. In humility, there's aroha. In humility also, there is mana, i.e. responsibility.
Kia ora moe rā whakamārama. I te whanaunga uncle pēhea koutou o roto o horaita wānanga tēnā kōrero hia mai, ētahi o ngā uara, o ngā whāinga o tēnā o ngā kura.
O te tirohanga whānui o ngā whatu, e putai te whati manawa. We just look at pathways of humility within the heart, humility within the soul, which is, to consider and respect feelings of others. Aroha tira, te aroha tira, speak with passion and dignity, show hospitality, e rā mea katoa, that we know of, e marae ai te hanga. I suppose the imprint of Horaita wānanga is probably my milking days, waking up early. On te Tāmati, got up and milked the cows. It's about, that getting that spiritual feeling in that time of the morning where our kids can speak the values and the imprints of Māori, oranga wairua, uri, nā te uri. So that Māori, of that imprint, is just that pure form of a spirit of an ancestor. So every day we imprint that into our tamariki, those values. It's hard to sort of give one aspect of what we try and teach in our kaupapa, but everything has a whakapapa. Māori, how we hand down our lullaby. Oranga wairua nā te ori ori. E Māori ai tātou. So in our kura, we teach lullaby. So that's our first step of creating that imprint of our pakeke, of our tīpuna into our tamariki. Tia whānau, kia mau ai rātou I te kanohi o rātou tīpuna. And as Tāmati said, ko te mana o te tangata, so ko te Māori, Aramai ko te Māori, te Māori o te mana, te tamaiti o te mata kanohi, and how we imprint. And tika tā Tāmati, we give different gestures of our pūkana, of our whātero, of our mene, o ira mea katoa o te kapahaka, and so we create these values in our mata kanohi. So kia marae ai te hanga. So the common sense that they see, that we practice every day before their forehead, they know first, they know and then identify and then understand the pukenga o te taura o te tauira. So just connecting our tamariki to our face value of how we hand down our kōrero, our wairua, our mana, our marae, our Māori, our motuhake, our taringa. So we can imprint all those values we talked about now. Ko te mea nui is, I suppose, for us, is the pathway of the sun and the pathway of the moon, the pathway of the knowing and pathway of the understanding. E puta ai, e whakaiti kia iti. So our kia iti is, our consideration to others is beyond that. It's the same as Māhaki. We whakaringa that Māhaki, so we can show our kids that tauira every day they sit. It's like simple sitting in class, how we sat in class when we were kids, pōkai ngā ringa, whiri ngā waiwai. So every opportunity that our kids have in their life, we hand down that imprint of our tipuna whare, of our tīpuna, of our whakapapa, in its purest form to our tamariki. Ai, Māori.
Kia ora moera whakamarama aka. This word mana has been spoken about a lot this morning, and in terms of mana, I suppose there's he mana tō te wahine, he mana tō te tāne, he mana tō ngā mea katoa. He oi anō in terms of te mana o te wahine, Ruth, te mana wahine being very strong in te tairāwhiti. Could you touch on te mana o te wahine in terms of the outlook of te tairāwhiti?
Hoi anō kia tahuria ki rā tātou ki tēnei kōrero. Kia pono taku kōrero kei te āhua, ka āhua taumaha kia hau te whakarongo ki tēnei kōrero te mana wahine. Nā te mea ko ngā inferences me ki ko ētahi o ngā kōrero kei roto I te karawhiunga I ēnei rangi nei ki a hau nei, e āhua tātā ana, e āhua whakaiti ana I te mana o te tāne. Nō reira, Kare tino tau pai e rā momo kōrero ki a hau. I feel like a lot of our thought processes in around this concept of mana wahine in contemporary times has changed quite significantly. A lot of the times when we talk about mana wahine, we're talking about feminism, which I don't think are the same thing. And often we may, like inadvertently, we might be diminishing the mana of tāne by using this term. Engari, so those are my thoughts in and around tēnei kupu te mana wahine. I think me te tiro anō tātou ki te āhua o tā tātou karawhiu I tērā kupu. I really do think that we need to consider the context in which we're using that kupu, because it's starting to get kind of, I think it's starting to move away from its traditional meaning. You know, he hoa haere tō ngā mea katoa I tēnei ao, I te ao Māori. Every concept in te ao Māori has its counterpart, and I think that ētahi wā ki te whakarangatira ake tātou I tētahi mea, kaore ki te ana te kauhanga nui. Sometimes when we elevate something up, we forget that its counterpart is staying over here, and so we need to make sure that those two things are working in unison, and those are my thoughts on mana wahine and mana tāne. Koe anō kia hoki anō ki tō kaupapa. ngā kōrero e pāna ki au I ahu mai tēnei whakaaro I te kānoi o te uha I ngā whakapapa o te tai rāwhiti. So our whakapapa is deeply entrenched with a lot of people take their ure tārewa sides. They like to whakamana I te ure tārewa. I te tai rāwhiti he kaha mātou o tira tātou e noho ana ki tēnei paepae ki te whakamana I te kānoi o te uha. We like to recognise our female genealogy as well. Nā kona pēr I hanga pēnei mai ai mātou o tira tātou ngā wahine o te tai rāwhiti. Also, I just think that in our community, the way that our society on the tai rāwhiti is built up, we have really strong female figures. We have ancestrally, we have them from all the way from Papatuanuku to Muriranga whenua, ka heke ki ngā tipuna o te tai rāwhiti, ngā wahine kai hautu o te tai rāwhiti. I won't go through those because they're all wahine kai hautu, but we have some really amazing and prolific female leaders now, some who have passed away. The people who come to mind are people like Tūni Ngāwai, Ngoingoi Pewhairangi, even more recently with people like Rawenia Tikani, and then in living form we've still got the likes of Nani Queenie Moihai Riri, and then even in the generation that we've come up with is the people like the Harata Tikanis, Gibsons, that though tērā momo wahine, it is a prolific hekenga a whakapapa nei. So on the tai rāwhiti we are very privileged to have those kinds of role models, but I also think that we're really privileged to have the male role models that we have who sort of who support tā tautoko I ngā wahine ki te mahi a rātou mahi. So we have the people like Papa Tei, Uncle Derek, Papa Tainama, ngā pakeke, kei wainganui a mātou ngā pakeke tāne tāku e kōrero nei, e aki ana, e tautoko ana I ngā wāhine ki te whakatutuki I te wāhanga ki a rātou. And as far as I can see, the way that I've been brought up and what I can see that it's happening in our community, it works really well. And I think that's just the whanaungatanga I wainganui I nei wāhine nei tāne. A lot of them tuahine tungane have been brought up like that. Nā ka noho mai ko te aroha me te manakitanga ki a rātou anō koira ko ngā pūmanawa matua e tutuki pai ai te kaupapa nui I te otinga o te rā. But yeah, I think it's really hard to not come with to not be brought up on the tai rāwhiti without a sense of strong femininity. But I do think that that's balanced. I don't think that we're brought up to think that nā te mea he wahine mātou, we can do whatever the heck we want to. That's not it. E moho ana mātou ki te wāhi, ki ngā tikanga, e tika ana kia mahi mātou, and then e moho ana ētahi atu ki o ngā tāne ki te wāhanga ki a rātou anō hoki. So yeah, I think it's a good balance. I think it's a good balance. He wei anō, e moho ana āhua taikaha na ngā wahine tai rāwhiti, he tahi atu.
Growing up around your kuia and your kaua, what were some of the values you saw in your kuia and your Pākeke growing up?
Again, it's kind of going back to that first question, there are so many of them that our kuia and our kaua and our Pākeke kind of try and instill in us, kia māma tō mātou haere I runga I tēnei whenua. So again, really hard to pinpoint exactly one. I kind of don't really want to hone into one because, like I said earlier, they all kind of match up like this and work in kind of in unison. Engari, I suppose, ko te whakapono, ki tāu, e mōhio ana, I roto I aku tamariki, ko te o ngā tino whakapono ko te hāhi ringatu. So, you know, I roto I ngā mahi katoa in the everyday mahi at kura, and it goes, it filters right down into, you know, our kapahaka, our tāmati's kapahaka te Whānau-a-Apanui, but, you know, ko te whakapono me e rā ahuatanga, ai hanga ana ki te hāhi ringa tū. Yeah, so koina tētahi, and I think e rā uara katoa o tērā momo, just it's something just to keep them safe I runga I ngā hikoitanga o tēnei ao. And ko te whakapono hoki ki tāu e mōhio as well, so believing in what you've been taught and then believing in yourself and the decisions that you make I roto I o mahi katoa.
Kia ora. Te pehea koe anku I runga I te marae, whai ake ana I ngā kōrero a ngā tukorua nei, what would be the roles? What do you see being the role of a tāne I runga I te marae and the role of a wahine I runga I te marae? Uncle Tate.
I suppose it starts from the bottom. You to go through these ranks in the back, you know, wharepaku, whakapai tēpu, kohirapi, all those sort of values that as a tamaiti, the roles and responsibilities as a whānau tamaiti, under your parents and your aunties and uncles. But yeah, and that's where we create mana for our whānau, you know, hospitality and looking after manuhiri from the back and creating that mana from down below and the wharepaku and wharekai and yeah, and then to the front, I suppose, for me, looking at different marae that I've been to and seeing the differences between Tairāwhiti here and going to, like say, for instance, Waikato and different other marae in Aotearoa and seeing the roles that rangatahi, ora rangatahi, I'm saying like under 30, now running the front of our pae. Well, I think that the balance, we don't have a good balance in some cases, in some marae where we have wahine rangatahi, kai karanga, and pakeke at the pae. We should be creating a good balance in our hapori, in our communities. And we've got those in place here in Gisborne. We have the manuka ruhi for bringing our young speakers through. Even our pakeke, we've got a whole lot of pakeke, over 50 in our classes. There's about 30 in the class. Male speakers learning te reo and learning the pae. We have a lot of kai karanga here in Te Tairāwhiti. I think the balance we really need in our kaupapa is that looking at whare wānanga, atu te whare wānanga, nā momo reo karanga me ngā reo whai kōrero ki roto I ngā wānanga, ahi ngā wānanga putanoi Tairāwhiti to bring through the next generation of kai kōrero and kai karanga. I think that we really need to start teaching the essence of pūrākau, paki waitara, so our wahine understand the time of what Ruth was talking about tipuna wahine, tipuna māreikura, and just these stages of ruahine that are coming through. I'll give you an example of teaching o karanga ki te o hine, ki te kōtiro, ki te kōhine, te tai kōhine, then 11-year-old tamāhine to a 12-year-old tai tamāhine. I'm teaching those different types of roles through the generations. So we're creating that mana wahine or mana tāne, te o tāne, te o taitama, and which we're creating here at Horau so we scaffolding the knowledge of pūrākau and paki waitara to give a good grounding for our tapu wai of our tai wahine, so they become that ruahine at 20 years old. They become that tai wahine at 18, 19 when they leave school. Kei kore no taku whakaaro, these roles and responsibilities is up to us. If, say for instance, for me as a kaiwiro of Duatoki, if a kaiwiro of any kaiwiro of Tūhoe does something wrong, it comes back to the whakapapa, the upoko of the rākau. Koera noho taku whakaaro mo, that for us as tai rāwhiti, for myself and Ruth, being in waihirere and different kapahakas in tai rāwhiti, the whakapapa comes back to, what have we done to help generate these roles and responsibilities in our communities. Even though we don't have time, but koera noho taku Whitiaua.
Pehea koe Tāmati I runga I te marae, ia koe whakaro ana ki ngā kai kōrero, ia koe tū ana ki te kōrero. What are the things you are looking for in terms of the things you are going to say or topics you are going to bring up when you're doing the whai kōrero?
It all depends on the occasion and your role. You can either be the host or you're the visitor, and then what order you are in terms of being the first speaker of the host or the first speaker of the visitor, and so on and so forth. That really determines the topic of discussion that you are going to talk about that day. So if I was to take the stance of, well, just as era mara yesterday, era tangihanga, and my father was the last speaker. Before he turned up, I was the last speaker. Then he turned up, say, "Oh, that saved me." But anyway, as an example, his mahi is the last speaker at a tangihanga. He was able to listen to all the other speeches. He tau tūtu te kawa o te marae haere nei māua. The protocol there was back and forth. And anyway, he got to listen to everyone. So your topic of discussion has already been set. And that is probably why what reason is called a whai kōrero. You just follow on from the other one. The topic's been set already. You know what you're there, the occasion you're there for. But number one aspect to me, ane kōrero hia e tei, and something I didn't talk about previously, but it's whakapapa. No matter which kai kōrero you are, first, second, third, 20th, tangata whenua manuhiri, whakapapa plays the essential role. So with all these values and concepts that we're talking about here and all the context that we're talking about them in, nothing can exist by itself, as we have talked about today. Everything is related, and they're brought together by this one term called whakapapa. And that is, I suppose, ko tahi te wairua o ngā mea katoa. Everything is related, everything is joined. And ko taua meara, erere ai te Māori māroto i aua hononga, i aua whakapapara. It is I suppose, the highway between realms that everything flows. So, yeah, to answer your question, in consideration of what goes through my mind when listening to others talk and when I talk in many situations, ko te whakapapa, tētahi whakaaro mā tāmua. Yeah, whakapapa is a forethought of mine when listening and speaking.
Kia ora, and Ruth, I suppose, in contrary, when you're getting up to do a karanga, what's your thought process? What are the things you are thinking about or wanting to project?
Kara e tino whakaaro ake ki o ku whakaaro engari, and I've always been taught by my own pakeke that ko te mahi matua I roto I te karanga, ko te tuku I te aroha. That's the main objective is that your manuhiri, ka rongo tō manuhiri I te aroha, ka rongo rātou I te manaki. And I think that if that is at the forefront of your mind when you're doing that kind of mahi, then it really is, it comes out, it embodies itself in a really different way. So, again, I'd like to issue a bit of a wero to all of our wahine karanga out there, especially in the context of haka. where we put karanga on a stage, you know, kia whakaaro hia tērā e tātou. And I suppose I say that is because, like I said earlier, a lot of the ko te tūāpapa o te mahi karanga kia hau ko te tuku aroha. So in the context of competition and haka competition, and we know how every single one of us on this pae know how intense that can get. It manifests itself in a really different sort of way on a stage. And so, yeah, I'd really love to just, e hara I te mea, wero ana I ngā wāhine, engari, you know, hei whakaaro aro mā tātou. He aha ia te take o tēnei mea te karanga, he aha tōna tino mahi, he aha ngā āhuatanga e hihi ana tātou ki te whakapupua ke I roto I ngā whatumano o te taringa whakarongo. And so clearly there are different contexts where karanga can be issued, I suppose, but mainly it's one of its key contexts is on the marae and in welcoming our guests. And so that is kind of where my thoughts are in and around why you would karanga is to ensure that your hosts feel like your guests are feeling like they're going to be hosted and respected and manakied while they're in your care, I suppose.
And Erena, in terms of because you work at Toi Haukura and under Derek Lardeli, what are some of the key aspects you install into your students in terms of them becoming authentic artists and becoming, I don't know, real artists? If that makes sense.
I think one of the biggest things at Tūhoe is exposure, exposing era tauira, those students to lots and lots of different kōrero, to places, you know, ka takahei te whenua, ka torotoro ki ngā marae, ki ngā wāhi tapu. So it's making sure that we only have them for such a short time, and it's making sure that we load them up with as much kōrero as we can, and in turn that creates really rich artworks. So I think exposure is a huge thing, and ngā kōrero tuku iho. So you know, like lots of places, that one of the first things we do in the morning is we wānanga and you know, he tuku I ngā kōrero. So all these narratives, like I say, they're fuel for the fire. They give us means to create symbols, to create imagery, and then taking our students to marae, where they're exposed to thousands of years of different types of art or of taonga, and to different lots of museums and era momowahi. So by doing that and exposing them to all those different things, you're going to get something pretty authentic, because each creative mind takes something different from that particular kōrero that they get. They capture different things and then they interpret that in their own kind of individual creative way. Everyone thinks and everyone creates differently. So it comes out very kind of authentic, very real, because the kōrero that they're getting and the people that we're exposing to, you know, like Ruthi, Tāmati and Tei, we expose them to these people with massive kōrero. It becomes authentic and it becomes real.
Uncle, I've heard you quote this many a time, Uncle Tei, kia marae te hanga. Are you able to give us a background on what you believe that to be?
Common sense. It's what everyone's been talking about. We whāngai, we pui, we feed and nurture our tamariki, and then we guide, we ārahi. So we whāngai, we pui, and then we ārahi, which is pukenga, tauda, and tauira, which is 3 words from a karakia that we learned when I was young. So to know, to see is to know, and to listen is to understand. So the pathway or kia marae te hanga is to think Māori. By thinking Māori, we teach our kids hands-on activities like sit the table, pack the table, wash the dishes, dry the dishes. We guide them through those jobs or chores that they do at home now. I've made up different types of pao, so they can carry on these values of a marae in their homes. So ia whakaringa I te tikanga, e rangatira ai te kaupapa. So these values that we teach in kura, as they say that hopefully when they get through to a year 4 or year 5, that they naturally pick up the rubbish or naturally see that the auntie or nanny needs help to make the beds when they go back to their marae. So in the way we teach here is that we make sure that they, as boys, because we don't know how to do 3 things at once or give 3 commands on what to do, we need to teach our boys hands-on here, so they can see the beginning of what they need to do to the end, to sharpen up how they see things, what their view is, so which is titiro, mātaki, e kite ai rātou. So it's just to observe carefully and sharpen up the eyes, just like kapahaka. We do kapahaka movements to quicken the eyesight, so they can think quickly to try and finish the job properly. Because, you know, in our tamai ki tāne, haere te whakapai te ruma, they only tidy up their pencil, and that's it. So kapai nei, so we have to guide our people through, we have to guide our kids through, our tamaki through here at Hora i te wānanga, so they finish the job properly, get to tuki kia ea, te mahi. So ko te marae te hanga, all it is this sharpening their eyesights up and understanding, to know first, sharpening their eyesights up to know how to finish the job, or how to do the job, finish the job, and then listen carefully after knowing what to do, and then to give them the commands of how to do it. So, yeah, ko te marae te hanga, e kite ai rātou, I mua I tō rātou rai, to follow auntie, how to make the beds, to follow auntie, make sure the technique of making that steam pudding comes out the same, to make sure the dishes, the bench is tidy, all of those things that we've learned through childhood creates the whakaaro Māori of a tamaiti as they grow through the generations. Ai kora taku tino kaupapa, mārama ai koe whiti kia marae ai te hanga, e Māori ai te whakaaro, e mana ai te hohau o tana rongo, e mauri tau ai te reo, e putai.
What would be the determining factors that differentiates te Whānau-a-Apanui ki e rao ngā iwi in terms of values and, I don't know, the outlook of te rao a tau iwi?
I suppose rather than talk about the differences, I'll talk about the similarities, and I suppose we're all similar in that we try our best to just be ourselves, not to be anyone else, and I'm sure that's true with most iwi. Who are you? You are who you are your environment, you are your people, you are your hapu, you are your mountains, rivers, and tō moana, I suppose, mo te Whānau-a-Apanui. But I'm unable to talk about the differences, but maybe just saying things like that, similar, tūhoe is tūhoe, Ngāti Porou is Ngāti Porou, and we're Apanui, and we don't want to be anyone else, because if I talk about how I talked about mana before, we have our own responsibilities, plus the other part of mana, we love ourselves too much to be someone else, and that's quite true. I have neighbors who live up the road from me, and as an example, they eat kinas for breakfast, lunch and tea. But if you were to give them a Chatham Islands kina, which is 10 times the size of an Apanui kina, they'll throw it back at your face. Because it's not about the quantity, the quality, it's about Apanui. They'll only eat their own kinas because that's who they are. And I guess that's my answer to your question. Apanui is different in that we're the same. Apanui is the same as an Ngāti Porou in that we just fulfill who we are, who we want to be, who we were in the past, and who we're going to be in the future. It's just informed by our own being, by our own environment, and our own stories.
Kia ora tātou, I runga i rā kōrero, kua ea te kaupapa i tēnei rā, anō reira i aku rangatira, e ngā pau kōrero, ngā tōpito katoa, ngā koko, ngā kai, ngā kōrero katoa o te motu. Nā mātou, nā New Zealand Māori Tourism, te whiwhinga nui, kia whai wāhi mai ai koutou, ki roto ki nei whakawhiti ngā kōrero, the wealth of knowledge that's been shared this morning. I'm sure will go a long way in building cultural wealth within our sector. Nō reira i aku rangatira, Erena Koopu, Tei Nohotima, Ruth Smith, Erena Koopu, Tāmati Waaka, i aku manu ti ori, i aku pai kōrero, tēnā koutou o tira, tēnā tātou katoa.